Oh, hello! Hello, good evening. Hello, Thundar. Thundar, you're probably already gone, is my guess. But, hello, thanks for raiding in. Stardew, nice. I do hope that Stardew went well. Um, sorry, yeah, I don't even have, like, I don't have my mic or anything ready either. Anyway, to anyone who is coming in, I am Dwarfroot, aka Dwarf, aka Ryan, however you prefer. Gonna play some Hades. Minish GG on first. We do now have Mel D. I did add it to the channel. So Ali, the creator of Zagd, made Mel D. And it's perfect. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't even cross my mind originally that, like, Melody would have, like, the ghost arm. And she does, and I'm just like, the detail, that's so good. Like, if I, this is the kind of thing where if I had gone to do it, I would have done just the classic arts. They would have, like, oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. It's so wonderful. Anyway, yeah, I'm very excited for that. Wow, you know what? I didn't notice that. Knowing Ali, though, they are probably very accurate to, like, the game, so that's a good detail. Like having a dance party. Alright. Just opened up a delicious strawberry cream water. Zagreus is using a grub as a bit. Let's see, does this capture him very well? Let's see. So, as you can see here, Zagreus is sleeping in his bed and using Grubby Bubby, who we are probably going to have to start referring to as Detective Grub. The whole idea of the, what do you call like noir movies? It's called like a mystery. So just like a detective mystery. Yeah. The idea of, like, Detective Grub is one day we'll have a Detective Grub. But anyway, Zag is sleeping on Detective Grub and kind of pushing him out. Like, the Grub is now over my desk. It's actually technically over my microphone. Hopefully it's not drastically. I think with the way the microphone filters are set up, it should be fine. So I'm pretty sure it, like, corrects for voice changes, but he's technically blocking the microphone from me. And okay, well, now you just bumped the settings, but now he's sleeping on the heart. Deadly, welcome on in. Oh, hold on. Just got a message. Okay, sorry about that. Wow, look at those sleeping boys. Look at them sleep. Alright. So, I'm very excited. So this... we have patch notes. You know what? Let's go through the patch notes really quick. So... Ooh, I like the patch... I like their little patch note display. Interesting. I'm very grateful for all of the feedback so far, which inspired the target improvements and fixes in this first patch. Next, we'll be working on a patch with balance changes, based on what we've observed. I did decide, I've been in the Supergiants, like, Discord for a long time now. I think ever since I played the first Hades, because I wanted emotes from it. But I don't normally check in on it. I did decide to move it up in my Discord channel, my Discord servers list, so that I could actually like go check in on it regularly, and saw that they do have like a feedback channel, which it sounds like they do. I mean, they state that they do read every post in the feedback channel, and if they're well made ones, and there's more consideration and stuff. They're very explicit. They don't want proposed solutions. They just want, if there's like a problem of some kind, that isn't like a bug. Like, oh, you can talk about the problem and explain why you feel it's a problem and stuff, and they will look to address it. I thought that was pretty cool. So I'll have to keep that in mind, because it's come up a few times now that there's been something where I'm like, well, this isn't really a bug, but this seems like a problem. And I was like, do I submit about it on the bug report tool, even though it's not a bug? So anyway, we'll have to keep that in mind. If that kind of thing comes up, I may pause the game for a moment and go submit a feedback so that I can do that easily. Anyway, let's see, general gameplay. The sprint is innately faster and turning is more responsive. Rescaled abilities to boost this, or that boosts this. So that seems pretty good. I think they probably got a lot of stuff. Like, the sprint didn't really feel like it was getting you from point A to point B very quickly. It seemed like it was still better to spam dash instead of sprinting. So, that's probably good. You can now dash out of many attack recovery animations more reliably. Nice. You can now gather from any resource point once you've unlocked the corresponding gathering tool. And you can now prioritize available tools. I don't know if they say it in here. Is it at the bottom of this? Okay, so they don't mention it here, unless the mouse? No. But they mentioned this in the actual, like, Steam announcement version of this. Oh, it's right here. Never mind. I just wasn't seeing it. So yeah, the little, anything with the little shades is something that they did based on the feedback, like the bug reports and the feedback channel. So anyway, I guess a lot of people probably gave feedback about how the needing to decide which tool you got, and presumably seeing the other resources you didn't have, and needing to do like runs like, oh, if you need both stone and seeds, it feels kind of bad, especially because the seeds then need to grow, which to me actually, I'm a little torn on this. When we discovered that mechanic, I actually came up with an idea on how to deal with it, which I think was probably their like intended way, which was you do runs with the shovel to get seeds, and then you plant the seeds, and then you do runs with the pickaxe, so that you're... Yeah, but probably... I mean, if you're getting resources, the other things aren't getting you resources like that. So you do runs with the pickaxe to get rocks while you grow all the seeds you got, and then when you run out of seeds, you do shovel run, like, you alternate back and forth like that. But I think a lot of people just did not see it that way. And admittedly, this also led to a kind of issue in that once you started doing, you know, bath time and etc., you don't even like need to do a run for the seeds, because you just grow your seeds instantly. So it seems like there was ideas that they probably had for how you were supposed to balance it, but the ideas kind of got wobbly, warbly, muddy. But anyway, let's see. Yeah, I'm very interested in this. So just now being able to get all the things. I am curious about fishing. My guess is that hopefully now we should be able to fish and do the shades, which would be amazing. Oh no. One second, I'm getting on the message. Sorry. Ordered some stuff. Getting messages on the stuff. Anyway, hello. Yes, Deadly. Hello. Anyway, yeah. So the whole like revamp of how the tool's working, and making it so that you can do runs and you don't need any specific tool, but now you prioritize you can now prioritize any available tool to make its resources appear as more often. Oh, you know what? So it specifically specifies anyone you prioritize will appear as often as before, while the other ones will be less often. So my guess is, like, it seemed like all of everything appeared a minimum of one time per area, and then sometimes like twice in an area. So like you get like a minimum of one pickaxe spot. Well, probably like 2 or 3 pickaxe spots in the beginning area, right? And then later areas, it was usually like 1 per area, or maybe 2. So my guess is that whichever one you have prioritized, you're getting that same amount in. But the other ones, you're maybe gonna get 1 per area, but maybe it's just gonna be 1 per run. Which that seems like a fine balance, honestly. Because functionally, it's the same thing, right? Like, you're just maybe gonna get some extra stuff, but it's better than not getting it at all. The one big difference is, like, I wonder if the animal friends are gonna add priority, like, to those things too. Because, like, the animal friends were helping, but obviously that's been changed. So, like, if you don't need them to use their abilities anymore, then maybe whichever animal you pick, you'll also get more of those spots. The Swift Runner now also makes your dash immediate. Nice. Let's see. It is easier to dash across chasms. Yeah. We can't actually unspoiler this text. Are you supposed to be able to unspoiler the text? I'm pretty sure you can unspoiler the text on the Steam announcement. They haven't implemented unspoiling. I mean, I know. I'm sure somebody else has already submitted an issue with that. But since I don't have a way to check what bug reports have been submitted, I'm gonna submit one. My best guess is that there's probably either this pulls directly from the Steam page and they just like put something in so that the microphone is the show spoilers. Hey, there's a show spoilers button. Did you know that there's a button here? I didn't. I honestly thought that this was, You see, this is why they should let me go back to my bug report. This is why GitHub issues make more sense. Because I could go cancel it and say, LMAO, I'm an idiot. But alas, once you submit it, it's gone. That's it. That's all there is to it. RIP. Sorry, person that's gonna read that and go, what? Why is it not working? And then try and figure out what's not working. I'm gonna, you know what though? Again, this is a whole big thing. This is where this is like an actual genuine thing in game design, where you're supposed to watch what players do. Well, I mean, in theory, you watch what players do. And if people don't understand something you did, then like, yeah, all or nothing. That's another kind of issue though. If it's all or nothing, like if I am okay with this, but I'm not okay with this is, you know, like what if I have gotten far enough in the game that this makes sense to me, so I can, okay, like in this case that doesn't make sense, but there are definitely times where one would be okay without the other. So, anywho, so this should, you know, that bug report can be a flag to someone that people might miss this button. People like me might miss that there's a button there that does that. I need these to be clickable. You gotta let me click them. Or they could even do so you can do a thing where you put like a big invisible box over something, like since I can't click and drag this to move it, I have to use the slider. They could put an invisible button right here and make it that if I click that button, it highlights this, like it will highlights that real quick. That way, if I'm over here trying to click this highlights. And it'd be like, oh, okay, but, you know, I'm just saying, there's options. You gotta account for the dummies. I'm here. I'm right here. Anyway, let's see. Easier to dash across the chasms. In Oceanus. Driftwood resources are more common. That's awesome, because we were not even getting a driftwood a run. We were getting, I feel like, a driftwood every other run, which is a little rough. Granted, you don't need a ton of driftwood unless there's something else we're gonna find that needs more, but so far we haven't needed a ton. It still feels a little bad to like do a run upstairs just for a driftwood and then not find it. Using a Well of Charon displays your current gold! That's so good. We complained about that a lot. So this is the kind of thing that I think this came up with. It's not a bug. I don't think it was a bug that the gold wasn't being displayed. Because there clearly wasn't a place for it to have displayed that was missing. So this is the kind of thing that, like, if we notice this kind of issue, where it's like, this really should be, like, here, or, like, something is missing right here, then I'll probably pause and go submit a feedback post. The Grasp tutorial in the Altar of Ashes will repeat if ignored. We did not ignore it. I have heard of people that ignored it. It displayed in Hades 1, there was no reason not to play this game. Yeah, I think it was an oversight. Like, I think it's just one of many things, you know? You're making the game, you're making things and then testing that they functionally work, and you're not actually considering, like, until you get to the part where, again, you watch people play. This was Valve's big thing. Valve was, like, the #1 company to have done this, and has talked about it a lot, has shared it very publicly, and it's been talked about in design courses since then, but, like, the whole idea of you should really watch people play your game. And luckily, we are in the age of Twitch, where it's very easy to watch people play your game. But yeah, watching people play your game allows you to see things that you completely overlooked because you weren't even thinking about that, you were thinking about something else. And the big thing is to watch people play your game without influence, which is really hard for a lot of people to, like, grasp. Like a lot of people will watch somebody play a game. I've seen this happen, like when I did Game Jam stuff. They'll watch someone play, like, their game, and then when the person runs into the slightest obstacle, say, oh, you see, I figured you'd probably do X or whatever. That's like, okay, I can do that. I would have never thought about that. And that should be, like, viewed as an issue. Like, not like, well, you know, I figure people will figure that out. Like, clearly they don't. I'm a person. I didn't figure it out. But anyway. Added a patch notes option to the main menu where you're able to read this. Nice. I like that. Early encounters with Eris are less likely to occur. So here's the thing. This. I have never encountered Eris as an early encounter. I know Minish apparently was, like, kind of gate-kept by her. I don't know if I even can encounter her now. Like, I don't know any... Yeah, like, I don't know if she can stop me, because apparently what she does is if you run into her, as Minish was telling me, if you run into her early, she forces, like, a negative effect on you. But, like, I'm not sure if I just can't have that happen now. So do I never get to see the negative effects unless I start a new file? I don't know. But, like, I do feel like I was getting far, like, I don't know. I don't know how many, like, runs it takes you for them to consider you, like, being able to pass her, so... It seems weird to me that it wouldn't be, like, once you're consistently getting to Chronos. Like, if you're consistently getting to Chronos, then I feel like you should show up and be like, I'm gonna try and slow you down a bit. Like, hey, you're trying to mess this up for me. You know, take this. Like, that seems like it would make more sense. I mean, it makes sense that she shows up at the very beginning, too. But still. If this already occurred, look for a one-time bonus in the crossroads while Eris is present. So Minish probably gets the one-time bonus. I bet you Minish will have a one-time bonus in Crossroads. I will probably be able to... Based on that reading, if this has already occurred, then my guess is that I will be able to actually have her show up in my run now, whereas I haven't seen her. Yeah, that makes sense. I know you probably got all your other stuff going on. Yorto! That's a cute little jam. Unova Bumpin'. That's a good jammy. It's very bouncy. Like, it kind of reminds me of Jello wiggling. It's got that kind of bounce. I don't mean that in a bad way. I feel like comparing something to Jello wiggling sounds bad, but I don't mean it in a bad way. Gotta give sub from channel you ever watched. I've noticed during the big subathon, like last year, I got a lot of emotes to ones not only that I didn't watch, but as far as I could tell, nobody that, like, I have, like like, usually algorithms tend to, like, lump people together. So, like, this is a very well-known thing, and it's part of what leads to the thing, you know, where people like, oh, my phone is listening to me, or this app is listening to me. Not to say that 100% doesn't happen, but there's a whole thing where basically we don't study, like, most of the time, you individually are not always being studied, quote-unquote, but, like, you and all of the people you interact with are being, like, lumped, like you are you and everybody. Yeah, like a step away and stuff. So you can make really informed decisions. Like, if all of the people that this person interacts with have been looking for this thing recently, then you might show that thing to the person. And then they'll feel like, whoa, what the hell? I never even, like, said this, or, like, it just showed up. Or, I was just talking about this with Jessica. And it was listening to me. And no, it probably wasn't listening to you. It's just that you were talking about it with Jessica because Jessica just bought one and it knows that. Like, you know, like, it's just humans are ridiculously predictable. And it's even more predictable when you can do macro studying and just see, you know, thousands and thousands of people, and you can watch all of the patterns that happen. But trying to explain that every time somebody says their phone is listening to them over, like, stuff like that is not going to go anywhere. So I don't usually do that. Anyway, but yeah, that happened to me a lot. In channels that, as far as I could tell, nobody that I, like, follow or, like, are in my chat were in those channels either, so it threw me off. Because it wasn't even, like, a massive amount of subs. Like, I would go peek in, and it was, like, the person got maybe 20 random subs, so I was like, shouldn't there be at least enough people that watch this channel that should have gotten those? Let's see. Entries in the Book of Shadows are easier to reveal. That's good. I've noticed that we were, like, pretty friendly with a few people before we got their entries, which I thought was weird. You can gift Echo without needing to wait around as long after conversing. That's nice. Adjusted the animal familiar upgrades that were invalidated by the gathering tool changes. Nice. In the Hades flashback, a hint will play for players who do not realize they were in control. Like me. It me who stood there for like a minute before somebody said, I think you can move. Was that deadly? I don't remember exactly, but somebody specifically told me, I think you can move. And I was like, what? No. Maybe it wasn't you, Deadly. It was somebody in chat, I'm pretty sure. It was during the Hades flashback. There's a memory flashback where you actually take control of Hades for a bit. And so when that was going on, oh, it was not you, okay. When it was going on, I literally was just waiting, because I did not realize we were going to have control of Hades, so I just was idle there for probably over a minute, probably not 2 minutes, even though it felt like a long time. I was like, wow, they're really like, he's really thinking. That Hades is really thinking right there. And I didn't want to press anything, because I didn't want to accidentally skip the cutscene. So, yeah. That reminds me, I'm a big fan of games that don't let you skip cutscenes in a single button. You should always have. I like the ones that are like hold the button to skip the cutscene, or at the very least like put it in a menu. So like if the big thing is, you know, like speedrunner accessibility is like a genuine thing, and speedrunners probably do not want cutscenes or want to skip them all the time. So they would not want push and hold, but I mean, make it like a menu option where the default is a push and hold. you know? Anyway, improved mouse selection in various cases. Doesn't affect me. Improved support for additional controllers. Nice. Abilities that boost sprint speed display more accurate numbers, which are generally lower than before. This is the thing, I did look over the Steam patch notes before this, so I knew some of these. Well, technically I read through them all, I think, but it was yesterday, and it was at glance, and it was just in the morning. I didn't go through them in detail. This one I thought was funny, because this is another thing you're kind of taught to do in, like, game design, which is basically lie to the player. As much as people hate to hear that, you have to lie a lot to players, because, you know, this kind of goes back to people are predictable and kind of dumb. If you don't lie to players, they usually think that you're being deceptive, or like it's hard to actually believe the truth of things. Like randomness is a prime example of that. A lot of people are familiar with the fact that, like, true randomness oftentimes has patterns that feel like they're not random. You know, it's kind of like a gambler's fallacy, where you think, oh, if this coin flipped heads 5 times, then it must be tails the next time. Like, that's just how people think. People think that, like, that's wrong, that's not how it works. But people think that that's how it works. And so you kind of have to lead into that. If you don't, people will think stuff is wrong. So it's like, the original Doom games, they didn't have randomness at all. Now granted, they didn't just not have randomness because of this. They also did it to save memory. They realized that they did so many optimizations in that game. And so instead of calling random numbers, which would, you know, take valuable resources, they instead generated a list of 256 numbers, and then they generated it randomly, and then they looked for patterns they didn't like and kind of moved some numbers around a little bit more to make a list of numbers that the game looks at and goes through in order. And it just goes through those numbers over and over again, in that exact order of this fake randomness. And it uses that to apply anything. So like when you shoot a gun in the original Doom games, based on like what last random call it'll go to the next thing, you can actually manipulate that, but you're not usually going to be able to manipulate it, because a lot of things use the same like list. So like one enemy deciding whether or not it's going to go left and right is going to be based on like maybe whether it's an odd or an even number that's next in that list, and then it's going to call the next number for the next event somewhere else. Like, it's usually not copies of that list, it's like this one list. But like the shotgun blast just calls like the next like 6 numbers from the list kind of thing to decide where to put the bullets. And anyway, it's amazing. It's one of my favorite things. I know with modern computers we don't need to do that kind of thing for optimization, but I kind of wish we would. I feel like if more things did like fake random like that, that'd just be one step in lots of steps of silly optimization that I love. Remember, in iTunes they adjusted the shuffle algorithm to be perceived random. Yeah, there's a whole thing. There's a whole thing where you're supposed to you're supposed to is maybe the wrong phrasing, but basically if you want like random stuff to happen, you usually actually want to have like various other counters to make patterns not happen if you want it to look more random. So like if you're going to do random numbers, for example, in something, then you might want to have a counter, and if the same number would happen like more than twice in a row, then you want to like make that less likely. Say, oh, if that happens another time, maybe do a reroll so that it's less likely, and then like like you do with these other things. Just a lot of stuff to try and prevent too big of a patterns without it being absurdly rare. Counter-Strike uses fixed pre-baked recoil patterns, but that's for a different reason. Yeah. I imagine that's also probably because of multiplayer stuff. Because when you're doing online multiplayer, you really need to take out as much data as you can. So instead of saying like, oh, these are the coordinates to all of the bullets this person just shot or something, it's a lot better to say there's a bullet, like the shot point was this point right here, and then we're applying recoil pattern B. And then the client side just needs to see those two things, and then it can do everything else. You want everything to be as client side as possible. You want as little stuff actually being transmitted, like as possible. That's a really fun subject. Like how to have optimized multiplayer stuff is so like wild. The amount of shortcuts and stuff that is done in most online multiplayer stuff in order to make it look right. And if you don't do stuff like that, it's very noticeable. Might have originally been for optimization, but nowadays it's just for perceived competitiveness. I can see that too, removing RNG, yeah. Yeah, I know, first-person shooters that are multiplayer also just have a whole thing about, like, where a player is and will be is, like, a whole big thing. And they usually handle it more, like, it's just, like, it's a whole, the hit detection is just, like, a whole thing. But again, like, for hit detection, if you want to be the most accurate and stuff in it, you're still going to need to limit the amount of data you're sending. Like, if you're sending 6 packets of data, that's way slower than a single packet of data. And, like, you want everything to be as small as possible, because that way it can actually be interpreted much faster. It adds up very, very quickly. Especially when it's not just 1v1. It's something where, if you were only ever doing 1v1 stuff, you could actually get away with a whole lot more. But when you need to, like, account for all of this information needs to be sent to all of, like, 10 people, it gets big. It gets to be a lot of information. Let's see. Anyway, whole point of this, yeah, just lying to players is the whole thing. So a lot of times in games where they say, oh, this gives you 50% bonus. Unless you're seeing literal numbers, never assume that 50% bonus is 50% bonus. It's whatever bonus they think people will think feels like 50% bonus. A lot of times it's definitely not that. And this one, I think that's why they said generally slower than 4. Like, if you actually did have double speed, for example, you're probably going to move way faster than something else. So they're probably more accurate. That's why it's more accurate. They probably are giving closer percentages, but they're deciding not to be, like, still not... Like, it might be 21.5%, because that feels better than 20%, but they might say 20%. Games have accurate percentile math challenge. Impossible. It's true. Usually the shooter's favorite over the shootee because it looks super jank otherwise, but that leads to getting hit after you're already hid behind cover. Yeah. I know there was one shooter. I don't know if it's like the norm now. This was a while back that I was learning about it, but I know that there was one that at least did a pretty clever thing where it actually did both, because there's basically whether you want the person who's being hit to be the one that registers it, or the person that's actually doing the shooting. And you're going to have discrepancies either way, because the time it takes from A to B is just, that's time. That's always going to exist as time. So what one did is it tracked both. And it would, what was it, like averaged something? It would basically count hits if they were close enough for like both things. And I don't remember the specifics of it anymore. But the idea being, it was a game that wanted, like, it wanted to not have really any of those feel bad moments on either side. So it was like, it had a series of steps to kind of be like, if this person thinks they hit, and this person, or like even if both of them would miss, like if the person shot and they would miss, but the person was there a second ago. Oh god, I don't remember how to explain it. I know there was a weird case where technically you could have missed, but it averaged out in a way that, like, it still counted. Like, if you shot to where they were going to be... I don't know. It was a long time ago, but I just found it... I found it very interesting. Like, the way shooters do, like, online stuff is just a really fascinating topic. It's very interesting to me. Yeah, I think it had to do with that. I specifically remember seeing that what the game did, like, if you were to look through, like, a hitbox viewer kind of thing, is it had, like, a little bit of predictive models, which is already, like, a lot. And it was like, okay, based on these, they could be in any of these positions in the next, like, whatever your ping was. And then, so if you were to shoot into those positions, because you were trying to, like, plan where they would be, then it could go there, but then it would also, like, average things, because you do have, like, times where, what if you just stop moving? Like, I think it's part of why they did that way, because, like, you can't just rely on the shooter. There's also the whole thing of trying to, like, balance things if you suspect people are going to try and cheat in your game. Like, you really don't want to trust one side all the way. Alright, let's see. Quantum hit detection. Yeah, it was something like that. I thought it was very neat. I really wish I could remember specifically what game it was for that was doing it. Let's see, fixed several issues with Darkside from Selene. I'm hoping that that's the one where you transform. That was the one where I had the infinite casting bug that also broke being able to hold and cast. So, I'm probably gonna... If that is it, because it gives you a description of them, if that is it, I'll probably take it and see if that bug's gone. And if the bug's still there, I'm gonna cry, because that will ruin that run. That's okay. Well, I mean, it won't ruin the run, it just means I can't use that ability anymore. Sun Worshipper sometimes prevented new foes from spawning. Interesting. Fire Extinguisher was not dealing damage as expected. Interesting. The Sister Blade's Omega attack would not hit Chronos reliably from certain angles. Interesting. I think I had this happen a couple of times. It was because, like, when you would do your dash attack to him, which is the Omega attack, he would sometimes be moving and, like, turning around at the same time. And if he did that, you just, like, popped up behind him, but he wasn't there anymore. I honestly just considered that a skill issue. Like, maybe that's not what it was, but I considered it just being a thing where I got into a habit of waiting for him to not be moving. Fixed the Satyr Hoplites, retaining the ability to block while they were under the Twilight Curse. So while they were a sheep, apparently if you attacked the front of them, they could still block it. That's very funny. Fixed various cases of foes spawning out of bounds. Fixed camera zoom in and getting stuck versus Polyphemus. Fixed a case where you could dash out of bounds. RIP. I wonder how many people reported that. I think I said this when I reported it. I imagine a lot probably did, because it was really easy to do. Like, it wasn't even like a stretch. It was just like, huh, there's an area over there. Can I just jump over there? I can. Interesting. RIP our out-of-bounds zone. I loved you. Fixed fishing pier events in the crossroads not passing whiles. Yeah, that was noticed. Fixed auto-lock not clearing as expected when using mouse controls. Fixed keyboard inputs sometimes getting stuck unexpectedly. Fixed several input issues switching from gamepad to mouse and keyboard controls. This I'm so happy about. I reported this, I think, twice. I reported it once, and then the second time is because I think I had, like, a better situation of it. But, the first time I reported it, I'm also pretty sure I reported it as a regular email and not through their client. Because they have an email, there's a customer support email. Man. Very, very glad this is fixed. Fixed several issues playing in ultra-wide. Fixed some visual effects versus Chronos lingering between phases or after the fight. Fixed a Melanoe voice line repeating unexpectedly around the city of Ephira bat cages. Fixed various rare crashes. Fixed several text editors, other minor fixes. Also, this voice line thing, I think this was before we unlocked the cages themselves. I seem to remember every time we passed by the cages, she was saying the same thing. Like, oh, those could be helpful. Quote of the patch. Now plain to the eye, now shadowy, now shining in the darkness. All this unnerving attacks in the gloom of night. The Orphic Hymn 71 to Melanoe. Amazing. Personally, I actually really dislike lying to the player / giving incorrect numbers. Dream Game would have an in-game codex with that kind of information. That just seems silly. People that have to build wikis and do in-game testing. Fine, but it exists. Yeah. I mean, I think in most... Maybe not in most games, but I'm pretty sure in a lot of games these days, people aren't really doing in-game testing to... I guess this depends... Okay, so... I was gonna say I think people don't really do in-game testing to a lot of numbers. But I've seen people do it for cases they don't need to, and I think it's because people don't realize they can go get the numbers other ways. Like, there are people... Like, even if it's not a game where you can just easily open up the code, like any Unity game, and there's a few other engines, if it's just made in this engine, you can just go look at it yourself. Like, it's very, very easy to do. But even if it's not in an engine where it's easy to do, like, even if it's a custom engine or something, there's programs for, like, memory reading, where you can then, like, end up, like they get translated the stuff. There's usually people that enjoy, like, doing that. This is not a case against this. I'm just saying that, like, the in-game testing was always a silly thing. Whenever I see someone doing, like, I think there's a better way to do that, for more accurate information than like, whacking an enemy. Yeah, I would agree. I think that ideally there should be an option to always, like in options, maybe in accessibility or something, but just put an option in any game to say, like, accurate numbers, or like maybe name it something else, because the idea is that you don't really want people that don't know what they're looking at to do it, because those are the people that need it the most. Like somebody that can't, like the people that don't understand randomness, a lot of people don't understand randomness and you know, it can take a lot, even if you understand it, to accept it. Like, so I don't know, but some sort of setting to be like I don't know, more honest numbers, or more literal, maybe more technical numerical data. Put it that way. Like in accessibility, put technical numerical data. So that, like, people are like, I don't want technical stuff. But then the people that do want the technical stuff can be like, no, yeah, we want the technical stuff. And then just put all of your, anytime you give a number, make it a variable that switches to whether or not it's the kind of facade numbers or it's the literal numbers. And, like, do something like that. Like, I think that would be probably a good way of doing it. I definitely agree, though, that it should not be, at any rate, like, it should not be hard to get the information. There should be easy ways to get that information, because it exists in the game. I was just talking with Torny yesterday, because I started watching, I can never pronounce his name, but the person that makes the pretty famous Super Mario 64 videos, like the A-Press video, did one a few months ago for Invisible Walls that I hadn't gotten around to watching yet. So I started watching that yesterday. That's where many hours of my day... Actually, I haven't finished it. I watched like 2 hours and I just have 1 more hour to go. I was talking with her about how, like, it's amazing to me that so many, like, video game essays and stuff have come to exist based on just, like, how that game was coded. Like, people learning, like, we have the source code of that game. The source code has been decompiled at this point. But, like, before we did, just people figuring out how things interacted in that game. Like, there's so much content that has existed just for that. And that's pretty cool. Like, I don't know. I also am just a believer that it would be nice if more things were kind of copyleft and just put code out there. Bigger games, especially multiplayer, have anti-cheats that don't like you poking around. Yeah. Shoutouts to, what is it, the Phasmophobia community that I think is... This is an opinion here. I think there's trashy opinions in that community. Because if you even so much as say, I've looked at the game files, or anything, you are banned from the community entirely. Which is nonsense to me. It's a big yikes. Yeah. If you comment on the idea of modding Phasmophobia, you get banned from their Discord entirely. I saw your files, yeah. Like, they have, in their defense, this is not it's not like a secret ban kind of thing. They're, like, it's in their rules that you're not allowed to mod the game, and that discussing stuff like that is like, against the rules. They do have rules against it. I just think those rules are also nonsensical. Like, I don't know. I get there's a lot of people that are very also, like, anti-data mining. And I get you might not want those in regular chats and stuff. But, I think what you should do is just give those people a place for that. Like, one of the big... I don't know if it was official or unofficial, but one of the big Animal Crossing Discords had, like, a hidden channel for data mining chat. And basically you had to find a, it was just like a hidden message on the server that was like, if you want in this chat, you have to, like, react to this message. And that's like it. They had rules against it outside of like a like I think the rule was like no data mining chat outside of the designated channel for it. But the channel was a hidden channel, and you had to find the channel through like searching for this random message. I don't even think the message was pinned. But like the point is, have a place. Like, you know, if you're gonna remove, you know, if you're like administration for that community, remove the messages in the public space and maybe message the person that posted them. Say, hey, you can join this channel, talk about it there, nowhere else. But I don't know. I just it's an author banning fanfic of their work. Yeah, it's just. It's just wild to me that, like, I guess the idea is that people want, like, if there's public lobbies. In public lobbies, they don't want people to be, like, abusing quirks of the game or something that you could only glean from reading, like, the game files and the code. But you can't just assume that doesn't happen and be like, oh, you can't even acknowledge the existence of this. Like, what? Yes, you can. Why would you not acknowledge the existence? And I'm of the big belief that in this day and age, if you really want to hide stuff in your game, there are much better ways to hide it than what's usually being done. Like, I mean, a lot of games went through a lot of effort to hide things in ways that are pretty, like, a good way is server connections, especially if your game requires online access anyway. Then hide things by not letting clients have those files at all, unless they're needed, or have encrypted files that can't be decrypted without communicating to the server. There's just a whole lot of ways to do this. Nintendo tries, yeah. Hot take, but Phasmo looks like it get boring. Yeah. Are there any... They are anti-game modding, pro-Discord modding. Yes. Yeah, just... I don't know. I think part of it's wild to me because, like, I am in the group that tends to be like... Eventually, maybe when I'm done with a game, I'll be like, wow, this was really cool. I wonder if I can go look at how they did things, like, from a code level, or be, like, confused at something, and I'm just interested in it. So go look at this. And it's wild to me that you'd, like, somebody'd be like, oh, don't go look at the files now. Why not? There are files on my computer, I want to go look at them. And then if you find something really interesting and you want to share it with someone, be like, hey, there's this thing. Like, put it in spoiler text, but don't say it can't exist. Alright. No hate towards Zeekers, but modding Link looks better than the OD. I mean, I think Zeekers is very pro modding. I'm 99% sure that Zeekers is very pro the modding community. I'm pretty sure he even said, like, part of why he's okay with taking long breaks from updates is because, like, you know, modding community got this. You got this, fam. Go do your thing. Which, I think a lot of, not all, but a lot of, in your head it seemed negative to mod a game? What? I don't know why negative, unless he made a comment that said negative. I think a lot of devs, I'm not going to say all of them, because definitely not all of them, but like a lot of devs are usually in support of modding communities. Oh, in your own head, I see. I mean, heck, Team Cherry has voiced support of modding Hollow Knight. They haven't like really talked about it, obviously. I mean, the core group hasn't really said anything in forever, but when the first large-scale mod came out, which was Lightbringer, Team Cherry reposted and was like, hey, look, people modded the crap out of our game, it's great. And it's like, yeah, I think that's a great attitude. Like, if people are gonna take it and run with it, let them. And enjoy what comes out from it, you know? Alright. What we got? We got torches. Let's go see. Let's go see if we have an heiress, and if we do have an heiress, if we get a goodie.
Back in one piece.
I am back in one piece. Hello. Oh my god, that faster run. Faster run, definitely faster. Being able to run here and not be going just slightly better than walking speed is like super good. We are zooming. Like the camera is like, whoa, we gotta catch up. I love this. This is a good zoom. Alright. Hold on, I have to go say RIP to my out of bounds. I miss you, out of bounds. Part of me was just hoping that maybe I would still be able to get out of bounds here. Oh. Whoa, that was interesting. That was a really... Wait a second. That's a really big... Wait a second. Why am I able to go all the way across that? See, that doesn't work. But like from back here... Wait a second. You'd like to formally apologize for punching the dwarves in Valheim. Wait, what do you mean it was 100% in self-defense?
They can attack you to start with.
Yeah, Deadly, they literally don't attack you! How was it in self-defense? Maybe this is Valheim spoilers, but it couldn't have been in self-defense. They don't attack you. They only attack you if you start it. Spoken like a police officer. Wait, new MSLP emote? Wait a second, what? What's it called? Wait a second.
Shock.
Shock! Oh, she must have just added it, because it's not popping up in my, it's not popping up in my, whatchamacallit? Like my pre-populate list. So she must have just added it before starting. Nice. Oh. I don't know if that converted. It didn't convert on my side, but... It did convert in stream. Okay. Oh, Grey Dwarves! Right! I forgot about Grey Dwarves. Deadly, ignore what I said. There's no Valheim spoilers here, okay? I, of course, obviously knew that you were talking about Grey Dwarves. That's... Yes. That makes sense, because you just started. I don't even know what other dwarves I'd be talking about. Wow. Anyway.
You are welcome here and you are safe.
Yeah. You know, I just figured you'd come onto the server that I stopped hosting and punched me a bunch, which also could be a thing. They're very dryad-y, yeah. Or like little mini-ents. Ments. But they are called Grey Dwarves. Alright. I think we start a run. I forgot where our run is supposed to go to. I know, dwarves is in their name. That's also, it is true. They're called, their name is Grey Dwarves.
I can deepen my connection with the night.
I don't need to deepen my connection with the night, okay? Did I set my thing? What's my thing? Oh, is this our... Yeah. It's the one that screws us over. Yeah, trolls are funny. You're just playing two-player, right, Deadly? I will say, I think the ideal... Ideally, you have a slightly bigger group. Like, I mean, Torny and I would play with either a family member or with Minish. At one point, for a very brief period of time when we first started, we had, like, multiple of our other friends also playing with us, but not as many people wanted to continue playing as much. Are you all gray or gray people? There is a time where it matters, right? Isn't there a contextual time that it matters? So, I tend to use AY, but I thought that there was like a time that it actually mattered, and I don't know when.
Vanquished.
But did I not? Oh, kind of didn't see it. Wait, do we even need Frog Friend anymore? Now that...
Not now.
It's Earl Grey and Grey Poupon. Okay, I think that actually is why I thought that it mattered. So, you know how I just said a moment ago that I usually use AY? So my favorite common tea is Earl Grey. So that would explain why there was a time where I thought I needed to use EY, and that, like, it mattered in some situations. But yeah, I think that could very well literally be why I thought it mattered sometimes.
It's like the darkness is so thick it suffocates. And problem is, you can't have fire without air. Careful, alright?
I will say I generally prefer UK spellings of a lot of things. I don't remember if I've talked about this on stream before, but I used to get in trouble in school all the time because I think that the OUR instead of the OR in words like color and honor, I think it looks better and makes more sense. Like it color, like the second half of color, like it's like it's a little different. Like it just makes way more sense to me mentally to do the OUR. And so I would literally, it is one extra letter, and it's better that way. I would always add it. It was it's probably around high school where I finally was like stopped writing it that way all the time. Mostly because I was tired of either like getting marked off in school for it or like in online chats and stuff. People be like, "Oh, does this mean that you're like from somewhere else?" Like, no, that's just how I prefer it. So I don't typically write it that way anymore. It is my preferred way though, and I do catch myself still typing it that way, and then I go and remove the U's. Gosh.
Be strong.
Why? Have you ever taken a good boon ever in your whole life? Why do you always do this to me? Every time. You have 20% less health. I don't want that. The only time it matters is Greyhound. Ah, interesting. The whole point is it takes lesser boons? Wait, what? I don't think so. I mean, it takes from the boons you don't pick, yeah. But, like, there's been times where I've been offered multiple good boons, and it just didn't proc. Instead, I feel like it somehow goes out of its way to pick, like, the most terrible ones. Like, the ones that remove your health.
Something I need.
What, 92? I do like upgraded rarity.
I'll take it.
I like that little shine. I like that little indicator shimmer. I don't remember that indicator shimmer always being there. Hold on 1 second. Okay, there we go. Oh! I need to test something. Okay. We're gonna test the controller fixes. So you may remember, when I'm talking, I am pressing Alt. Okay? This is very important. If you can hear my voice right now, the Alt button is being pressed. Now, the question mark was a typo? Oh, we're the first... Because Greyhound comes from Old English. First part of Grey comes from... Oh, that's interesting. Yes, so I press Alt. I use push to talk. Anyway, that's very important, because when I'm playing games, I then press it. When I'm playing controller games, like right now, I'm playing Hades on controller. I mean, you can see my controller. Look at me whacking all the things. But yeah, I play on a controller. I actually have a button on my controller rebound using Steam input controls to Alt. So one of my buttons is actually Alt. It's not the original button. What this leads to is you'll notice in some games, like... hold on, does this... Oh, it doesn't change right there. In some games... Huh? Okay. In some games you can see the little, like, prompts change and stuff because of me doing it. In this one it looks like the prompts don't change. But, oh, I think in a menu you set what your prompts to be, either keyboard or not. But anyway, an issue we had is that if I suddenly... Ooh, can we check with the cursor? So if I'm moving around, I'm talking... Okay, will it keep doing it? Okay, yes, never mind, it's still doing it. Alright, well, they haven't fixed this issue. I guess I should bug report it then. So, the issue that we have right now. The issue is, I am moving around, and the mouse is still on the screen. If the mouse is physically visible, my attacks will go to the mouse, no matter which way I face. So if I face this way... Oh, they finally stop. Oh, I think it's because I... Is that what they did? Well, no, it was already like that. So, basically, the only way to get it to stop was to stop moving entirely. So, like, if I stop moving and then I press an input, it'll go back to controller. And then it'll let me, like, shoot in any direction. But, if I do this, let's say we're in the middle of combat, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I say something. I instinctively press the button to say something. But now all of my attacks will go to the mouse, no matter where I'm facing when I start the attack. They'll go to the mouse, which is very much a problem. So I feel like there's no reason if I'm using controller to attack, then I feel like it should just be based on controller. Especially like, you know, if you're letting go of the button a bunch. But it seems to be entirely based on the movement option. So because I haven't stopped running this whole time, the cursor is still there. The second I stop moving and start again, it'll go away. Boom, like that. So that's the issue. Yeah, I'm gonna real quick do another bug report on it. I think they might have fixed something because I don't remember it changing that quickly. I remember needing to have like a full stop, and it seems like I can have a quick stop, which is at least better. But like, I would really, if you stop and then if you quickly stop and then dash, that's a good point. Let's see what happens with dashing. Okay, so dashing doesn't change it itself, so I still need to come to a... The thing I still need to do is I need to let go of the joystick. It doesn't, like, go away until I let go of the joystick, and that's still a problem. Because I don't... If you're in, like, a boss fight, I don't want to let go of the joystick. I need to keep moving. Can I not submit bug report while I'm moving? Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay. Wow, I don't like that enemy doesn't get stunned. Oh right, the special I don't think does get stunned
The
hit.
flames of the Crossroads Witch. Oh, has the student become the master or some such? Or is she just getting you to do all the dirty work?
Oh. Let's see, I mean that. Oh, does this replace the health draining one? Yes. Yeah, God, that's tough. I do want my health back. But I also like the idea of 40% more damage to armor. I think I would rather have my health back and get the, like, the bonus from... Getting constant mana, though, isn't bad. Take this.
Something there. See you in the crossroads? You and me.
getting swept up in family affairs. Much better things to do, you know? But I couldn't exactly sit this one out. Nor you, I guess.
Ooh.
And he knows.
Yeah, I think that's pretty solid. I think we could take that.
A moment of reprieve.
More ashes.
Oh, why you do this to me, Chaos? You know I want to see if we get updates there. I think I take Chaos because Chaos is long-term more beneficial.
Why not? Seeds.
The blessing of Hephaestus is upon you. The god of the forge fashions arms and armor fit for war. As I created the very things he uses for his trade. No one's work is solely their own, Spawn of Hades.
It's true. More money, good. But also, using half our mana whenever we use mana is also pretty powerful. Alright, we're doing that because half mana would be really good. Like, really, really good.
Ash of the Dead.
Is on.
Just watch your aim.
my mark.
Marked one for me, did you?
Nice.
Whilst the pale moon's slender fingertips scarcely reach mournful Erebus, the goddess of the hunt can effortlessly navigate those woods.
She's good. I'll give her that. Nectar. Hey, Artemis. Is everything all right?
So much to talk about, so little time, sister. I'm needed elsewhere, but I wanted to make sure to send you off. Here.
I mean, I do like Death Warrant. Although pressure point, 4% pressure point seems pretty good.
My mark be with you. Moonlight guide you.
See you. Cheers, Chaos.
I did not mean to do that. I accidentally held the button too long.
Mistakes were made.
Things don't look great right now, but that can quickly change.
Time to send a message.
There you are. Set your respect for me aside whilst here. You must give no such quarter to our enemies.
But you are not my enemy, Headmistress. How am I to treat you as one?
How? Allow me to give you a demonstration, then. Crossed flames burn.
Uh-oh.
How about this? Let's see you evade this.
Thank you for reminding me that. We must defy it. Oh my god. Why?
You withstood that. Return to me, sisters.
Oh my god.
One last chance.
Ascion Kataski. Burn.
No. I'm cursed.
Oh my god. Okay. This Chaos Curse may literally be the worst thing ever. Or more specifically, with the torches. I should not have done this with the torches. Like, not be able to use your Omega attack, and your Omega attack just instantly happens if you use your regular attack for too long.
Satisfactory.
We lived with 1 HP and no death defiances from the first area. Woo!
I passed the test.
1 HP. Amazing. It is 1 HP in a dream.
All right. How'd you go? Closer to Tartarus. The Rim of Oceanus. Beyond lies Uncle Poseidon's realm.
Oh, I can use my things now. I didn't hear the chaos effect ending.
Pathetic. Life. Why not? patience. Water sprouts activated. Huh.
You made your first mead? Nice.
Enough of this.
Yeah, you gotta share your meat. I'm gonna need you to share the meat. Well, good meat, pretty good. Bad meat, pretty bad. But I feel like this is just true of most alcoholic beverages. Like, in all honesty. Good mead, very good. Bad mead is like terrible cough syrup. Oh, that's so weird. Deadly, it's... You keep putting, like... There's, like, quotation marks, but there's nothing in between them. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Must be a glitch or something. Yes, only one mana used per thing. That's so good. Oh, well,
Return to
rip.
shadow now. Oh, that sea serpent.
Could go get some actual meat. You don't have to get some actual meat. Unless you want some meat.
Playing Valheim, it probably puts you in the mindset mood. Like,
That's true.
"Ooh, I want
Having some sips of meat while playing Valheim seems like a pretty good experience.
Phrynos. Perhaps I ought know better than to tamper with the Oath of the Unseen.
1,000 curses on you for invoking me!
Hello. I'll do my best to make myself useful around here.
this game."
Could get another Ambrosia now. I keep needing a nectar,
Here are the
so like...
bones.
I need to start giving a nectar out to each god, but I'm gonna need to start getting Ambrosias, because we're gonna have to give those out eventually. So... let's go get another Ambrosia now, because I can afford it.
Should be of use. What now?
Death to Kronos.
Death to Kronos.
Death to Kronos.
Right. Grow strong. Death to Kronos. The Arcana.
We bid you welcome
Discura.
to the vanguard of the underworld.
Discura. Saucy.
That sticker's got some hair. Excellent.
Need to recharge.
What news? Right in the ribcage.
So the Serenity instantly refilled my mana. So... and that seems good. 21 attacks is a lot. Like,
Melinui.
whereas, like...
I am ensnared. Me good.
a really fast casting is nice, though.
I rise again.
It's me.
Stick with the fast cast.
The will of night.
Alright. I do not need all of this crap.
That's so strong. Okay. Oops. I think I want that Apollo.
Go.
Hence I go. No pressure. I wonder, does this bottle's brilliant sheen come from the god of light himself? Perhaps to him it should return, right now.
Such a thoughtful gift. It's gracious of you to think of me like this, and during such a time. Though there's no need to go out of your way. Is there anybody special in your life? A princess like yourself must have suitors of all sorts. I've had my share, though I'm not the marrying type. And besides, I don't think Hera would oblige.
Yes, his stepmother is, well,
Doesn't want him married off.
I mean, Apollo's another one of the fair children, so Hera probably doesn't look too kindly on any of them. Like, he doesn't hate on them,
It's not their fault they're fair children. She should smack Zeus about it. Let's see. After it expires, rapidly deal damage for 2 seconds. So it's saying for every 0.3, so there's gonna be what, 8 of those, so 80 damage a second.
I grow strong. Hold still.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's about 80. It's not exactly 80. It's about 80. Which is, you know, fine enough for guess, like an idea.
Who else? Adequate.
Alright, so that's gonna be what? 80 plus 40? Well, yeah, 12. 120? That's pretty good. I want both of these. Probably you.
Come on. Done here. A little pain is all. Some sort of seed.
The fate's designs for us perhaps are intertwined, for we each seek our close kin. I have lost contact with my spawn and daughter Nyx, who resided in your father's house. Her influence remains, yet I feel her absence.
Okay, let's see. Not allowed to use attacks. That's a choice. Not allowed to use specials. Done. We could take this one, not use attacks, because then we can just spam our special and our other thing. This is fine. Getting stronger specials could actually be really strong later, so.
Infinite possibility. test that thing. Please accept this, Great Aunt Hestia. Your generous support means a lot to me. I know there's so much I can learn from you.
Come on now, I've nothing much to teach. You seem a recluse, much the same as I, besides, although a looker still. But it's been nice to have made your acquaintance.
We're giving you all the stuff.
The hearth is at the center of the mortal household, dearie, keeping my flames comfortably in place. But I can make a wildfire in a snap. And when I get angry, that's exactly what I do.
Oh. Do like scorch attacks. Do like that. Trying to get those attacks I like more than Scorch attacks. I like that Festus attacks a lot. So I guess we'll take one.
Let's get them, Auntie. Cursed. For me.
Oh, little fly, come sit and rest your wings.
I can use this.
So tired flying to and fro. Welcome back.
Moonlight, guide us and all.
Take care out there.
Are you sure you're all right here? I can scarce go 50 paces in these woods without having to defend myself.
I'm comfortable alone. I have my little lair, I've sustenance, and I have my weaving. I no longer even need a loom and thread. I'm grateful. And I do so appreciate you visiting. Come back again, won't you?
Let's see. I'm sure we can not lose the money dress.
How does that feel? I hope you like it. Do come again, won't you?
All done. Lord Zeus, King of Olympus, I am honored to be in your service. I vow to use your thunderous power for the greater good of our family.
Even in such a time, you pay proper respects to your lord uncle, my well-mannered niece. Know in turn you have my gratitude.
Oh, uncle.
Shining Apollo has availed himself to you again, has he? Excels at just about anything he sets his mind and body to, that one. Though even he's been having a bit of trouble with everything of late.
I could switch boons.
Well, that's tricky. I mean, that is one of my favorite ones. So Apollo's is currently doing 120 a second. His will do 200 a second. I mean, 200 is bigger than 100. Seems like a no-brainer. And his is doing it while it's going on, as opposed to Apollo's, which is doing it after it ends. Which means this is going to be a lot better for bosses. Yeah, seems like bigger number. I think we take bigger number.
Thunderous power. Go, Phrynos. Rest easy now. Got you. Now to the matter at hand. Open. Face me. Out. A gift.
Zeus is really annoying. The fireball one I used to see.
Shocking every time.
Hey, a right good bird like that deserves another. Only fair, don't you agree, hot stuff?
We fickle gods. My Chaos Boon just changed.
I like you, dearie. So I'm not going to turn you to ash this time. But later down the line, no guarantees.
Other way, Auntie.
Yeah. That's fine. Yay, meat and nuts. I was just thinking I might get a snack. But I had dinner kind of early today, and now I'm kind of hungry. I can't stay up too late, so I'm like, But I kind of want something. I might go get some chips and salsa or something. This is tricky, because I do want hammer, but I also really want this. Because since we now have a Scorch attack, I would really like to get some more of the Scorch bonuses.
Olympus, I accept this message. They'll burn.
you are.
I didn't mean to keep you waiting long, Headmistress. Or do you always arrive at just the right instant?
A bit of solitude here hardly is a waste of time. I never merely wait. I have more matters to attend to in these woods besides. But first... Crossed flames awaken! Behold Seleni's light. Sisters, to me! Bathe in flame. That blasted little toad. All right.
Yay!
Outlasted her.
GG.
Alright.
At last.
Alright. Let's... what thing do we have? I still want to rank you up, but I do want to get... I probably should have done this one first, but I've been doing it in this order. I want the Arcana card.
Good.
So...
Going down. Always use more. More of this tainted gold.
I want health, but take this. Get health later. I really do need more health, though. We're really low on health.
Get shocked.
Alright, maybe the double special... Jack is faster.
Coin for Charon.
Oh, a pretty big chunk of money, so I guess here.
That's something. There. Olympus, I accept this message. thunderous power.
In a war, hello. Thank you for reminding me not to die.
The underworld's power.
I hope you're doing well tonight.
Took me for simple prey. Hear me, on my authority.
Let's see. Scorch effects deal bonus damage to armor. I love it. Going to the Ren Fair tomorrow, or I guess today. Nice. Congrats. That's pretty exciting. Should be heckin' asleep. Hopefully you're able to wake up early to get that early start of the Ren Fair. I know I used to go to one yearly here, but the one that I was going to actually moved last year to like way farther away than I really want to go to. But I used to like getting there like right as they opened for the day. And then, that used to be, like, nice. Like, start the day, do a lot of the early stuff, and then, you know, have, like, a nice big lunch. And then, depending on the group I was with and stuff, we would, the traffic is so terrible getting there. You're gonna be there. Oh, interesting. Orange blossom honey mead with lemon and raisins. That sounds good. Yeah, we used to show up pretty early. Like, we would leave here, like, very early in the morning to get there. Because the one that I used to go to was, like, in, yeah, it's on Bonnie Lake in the Puyallup area, which I live in Olympia. So that's, like, roughly an hour away. About an hour. So we'd leave here very early to get there when it opened. But alas, they moved, and now they're in somewhere, I don't remember. Somewhere much farther.
By my father's name. Back.
Yeah, I know the one I was going to, if you got there too late in the day, it was very easy to not actually have parking. Like, they had a lot of parking, but it would be very easy for all of their parking to get full. So then you'd need to park, like, pretty far away from the event and, like, do a big walk to it.
That her again? That's her. Don't worry, man, this won't take long. This won't take long at all.
Lotus.
Hey.
Salutations.
Uh-huh. Don't know how to thank you for the water cleaning thing. Look at how crisp my reflection is. And the color contrast. Oh, you've got a real future in water sanitation.
Thank you. Thank you. That's very good of you to attempt to compliment other people.
improved image quality will help you start to notice details other than yourself. The effect of the purification should last longer if you do.
Oh. I love that. Like, the water will stay purified if you actually do other stuff. That's very funny.
What I'm trying to say is, I've decided to give you the greatest gift of all that I've received. So here's something from my private reserve.
Oh.
Oh, thank you.
Oh. What's one Stardust? Yo? Okay. Yes?
Regards.
Thank you.
Yes? That's awesome! Holy crap! Alright. You better give me a Stardust every time I come here from now on. And if you don't, I'm dirtying your water. Pee in it, good idea. If you do not give me a Stardust every time we're peeing in the water.
Jump. In the name of Hades.
I hate saying that, like, Divine Vengeance I think is nice, but also it does do a bunch of damage. I like Static Shock a lot, but I would like it to be more rare. I want more damage from it. But Static Shock also just clears areas, so... Wash Frog in the water. Rude.
Hey, girls! Hello, Osteones! Oh, how's everybody doing tonight? You ready for a show? 1, 2, 3, 4! Come on, Rox! Back on your fins!
I can't.
Don't be so.
this be?
Damn it, Jenny. Constantly dying.
Tucked away.
Which one is Judgment? The Judgment. After you vanquish a guardian, activate 5 random Arcana cards. Well, that should apply now, I think. I feel like.
From the oath. Could switch my keepsake.
Alright, so we did that. Next, Blackened Fleece is probably what we'll take into Chronos, because it's so good. But what about for the next area? Could just take Chaos Blessing. I want to keep working on leveling stuff up, though. Did you just dig up a snack? We did. We just dug up a Euro, and then ate it. So, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. We are also, you know, like a god. We are a god. We're part mortal. I don't know if that makes us a demigod, but we are a god. So, like, I don't know if we care about how sanitary stuff is. Do I want to force Hephaestus? I feel like it's kind of gambly in this area, because it could be this or that kind of thing. We could just get a bunch of money. We'll force Hephaestus. You're the daughter of 2 gods, so I think that would just make you regular goddess. Well, is Persephone a god, though? That's what I'm saying, Persephone...
In this lore, anyway.
Yeah, like Persephone is a demigod. So...
Like,
so I mean, if...
she is a goddess.
So, like...
But she has a human father in this lore?
Yeah, well, which I think is just one of Persephone's lores. So, I mean... So, like, this is where we get the whole question. So, Persephone was the daughter of a mortal and a god. And then we are the daughter of Persephone and Hades. So, I mean, we're quarter mortal. So this is the question. To be demigod, do you have to be half mortal, or is quarter mortal, like, is there a threshold? Is there a specific threshold for this? It's different, so this is one of the things where there's different, like, stories, like, different things that talk about it. In one of them, Persephone is the husband is not a god. I don't remember which one, but that is the one that the Hades games use. It's kind of like how there's the Orphonic and the non-Orphonic versions, and Orphic, yeah. I don't remember the name of the one that they based it off of, but, for that, because they choose different ones for different things. But I'm pretty sure it's a mortal, father. Zag and Melanoe are 3/4 god. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're quarter mortal. You said big lunch earlier. You reminded me of that leftover plate lunch. Ooh, I want that. I don't actually know. I see the term plate lunch used a lot. I don't know what plate lunch actually means. I know it refers to a specific food. I don't know what food. But I like the idea of food. Ooh, a snack. I'm trying to decide if I want to spend money on this or save my money.
Couldn't hurt. To firmer ground.
Oh, Festus! You're the bestest!
Grow golden once again. Stuck. Foolish. Great Hephaestus, your work is beyond compare, and I'm grateful for your candor with me as well. Please, take this offering.
Anytime I get an offering, it's because somebody wants something from me. You're already getting premium service, but hey, it's your nectar. Mine now, I reckon.
Listen, we just... The gift... It's the gift of giving and us getting the heart and meter up.
Just a bit of scrap, really, but it's a shiny one and has some decent heft. And I can use it to pinpoint you quick.
Yes, that is exactly what we wanted. Thank you. Alright, look at this. Ah!
Like hands. Felt that for sure. Could get going now.
Still want the... I want that one Scorch Bugs.
I'm back. Phantoms be gone.
That was the fastest we've ever dealt with them. That was nice. Your special inflicts Scorch. Your special inflicts bonus Scorch if foes are unaffected. Alright. That seems fine.
Let's get them, Monty.
Ah! Hammer, or... I mean, we have to take this one.
Echo, I have to talk to you.
I have to talk to you, to talk to you, to talk to you.
I was able to assist Narcissus with a certain plight, and you seem to have let go of him yourself. But as for you, the way you are, I sense that you don't ever want to change.
Don't ever want to change. I don't ever want to change. I don't ever want to change.
We each are cursed with our experiences. I am nothing without mine. Thank you for reflecting my thoughts and sharing your feelings, Echo. But are you all right to remain here?
All right to remain here. All right to remain here. All right to remain.
Let's see. Wait a second. Oh. For some reason, I read Hestia and thought that was Hera, and I was like, wait a second, I didn't get Hera. But that makes more sense. Sure, we'll take another boon of Hestia.
For me? Are you sure? Sure.
Oh, yeah. We'll take that.
Some seeds.
Oh. Yes, I like everything about this.
May I help you?
Hi. What are you doing here?
Death to Kronos?
Ugh. Well,
Why are you here?
Also lost here in these fields, I guess. Trade you a map or something if I had one, but you wouldn't have been able to afford it, so I'd use it to get out of here myself.
Faster arson.
I doubt a map would be of any use, as these pathways seem to shift from night to night. I've been able to make use of the golden boughs scattered about at least. What about you?
The golden boughs? Had no idea those did anything but look all sad. Guess I should have paid better attention when the headmistress was droning on and on over that cauldron.
Let's see. I can give Nemesis 73 buckaronis for 20 ashes. I don't want that. I want my money. Decline. No.
No, thank you.
Your loss.
I mean, you literally are offering me garbage. Oh, you stole... There were probably ashes here, and you stole them. So you could have stole any of the stuff that was in this room. I'm glad you stole the ashes. I care the least about those from anything else offered in here. Oh.
Here they come. Stay where you are.
Let's see. Attack hit 2 times, that's pretty good. Ooh, the extending one's also really good. Okay, but as much as I like the idea of this is just literally double attack damage. Like, 50% or 100%. Like, 100%.
My silver shines.
I do kind of wish now that we have that and we have the other Scorch things, I kind of wish we had Scorch Special. Because Scorch Special would, be pretty good. But that's okay.
Smackers. can get out now.
Alright, is it just the one? There wasn't two options?
Hello, gigantic severed head.
Oh! BFF giant severed head! What's up, my... Whoa. 1 second, I'm just gonna report the little visual issue. I don't think that other thing is even... Oh, wow. There's one over here, too. Ow. Alright. We'll quit messing with the visuals here.
Out of my way. Phrenos, hypnotize. See you in the crossroads.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, we got more than enough money. Take these.
Olympus, I accept this message. The might of the heavens.
I draw you down, O moon.
Lend me your light.
You have grown quite familiar with my hexes, little star. By now, you must have a particular favorite or two. Perhaps you shall continue to discover new dimensions in them all. Please make your choice.
Oh hey, there's Darkseid, the one that they hopefully fix that one bug with. Except I don't want to take it right now because if that specific bug that I have isn't fixed, it'll mess up my thing. I was hoping to test this like much earlier in a run. So we will not take it. I do like the healing one, if only because it's just like free health. But I'll probably take Wolf Howl, because Wolf Howl is a little bit more damage. Like, damage should be better than health, right?
Moonlight guide you. You're all mired up again. Thoughts of despair, be gone.
Okay, it took more damage than that than I would like.
Grim
I also got a little
princess somehow
by our
soothes
run.
the savage beast.
Our run notably drains our mana and shocks people, which I forgot about. Nice. That's a whole lot of stuff we just got. God, is that like all the cards? Oh my gosh. Right, Blacken. Police! Let's see. Definitely want that. Take that.
Unseen. They'll know I'm here.
She is heading for the house again. Stop her.
Come. No traitor to the house shall go unpunished.
Papa! Papa! Papa!
Father?
Oh. Alright, Papa!
Yeah, wait. I can really see. Oh my god, he has a beard too.
He has a fucking beard!
And eyebrows.
Oh my god! Our boy! Our boy's an old man! Boldy, we love you. You... old Boldy.
Salutations. Where's Cerberus, Father? He's usually right here. I saw him in the fields as before.
He runs amok at my behest, spreads the attention of the Titan's legions thin. Eventually they drive him back, but can do him no harm.
So just you and the boulder then? Looking as though it's not been heaved up any hills in quite a while. Kronos doesn't make you do it.
I'd have less difficult a time than a mere shade. Besides, these shackles cannot be unlocked, save by the Titan's command. But I'd remain here for eternity before I'd grovel at his feet.
You say this boulder was companion to a mortal king. I sense something from it. There can be so much energy within a common stone.
Are we about to be able to start gifting Boldy?
I'll take you at your word. The boulder and I were not as close as was its last relationship. Though perhaps you shall coax something from it. The witch apparently has taught you everything.
Let's see. This is overall. Alright.
Now off with you.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Sorry, guys.
I know you cannot hear me, but if you have comforted my father in his plight, thank you.
Stranger, excuse me, this must be placeholder art. This is... Who is this naked Boldy I see? Who is this Naird Boldy? I'm sorry, Naird Strange Rock. That's why it's strange. Look at that face. It is a good face. Oh, shit. Is the last trinket gonna come from Boldy and not Hades? If the last... Not trinket, the last, No, it is trinket. We're missing one trinket. If the last trinket comes from Boldy, that's gonna be hilarious.
4 more chambers.
Do we have them all? I thought we were still missing one. Maybe not. Oh, you're right. You're right. It was Cersei. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It was Cersei.
Lash out if you must.
Why is there... I mean, I assume that the big pendulum above Hades is just to piss Hades off. Let's, like, to be honest. Like, haha, enjoy this thing ticking above your head that's me. It's constantly letting you be aware of the passage of time at a fixed rate. I mean, it's centered in this kind of area, though. Like, I don't think it's necessarily above Boldy. I think that's a perspective thing. Because it looks like it's probably... It actually looks like it's probably, like, around here. Because you'd be to the camera from this area. So it's either about where I'm standing here, or more realistically, it's, like, here. It depends on really how big the ceiling is.
You'll be avenged. Struck down.
Will we get to Charon and 6 encounter? We might. Trying to think how many rooms we have left. Well, no, because encounters are fights, so yeah, that should be good to take.
Come on out.
Okay.
Now for you.
Alright, I don't see a side path, so it looks like we're just going onward. A big zaggy stretch. Oh, missed it.
No traitor to the house shall go unpunished. Go, Phrynos. Be free.
Boom. Good job, Phrynos. Oh.
You should have stayed in shadow. They're gone.
That was pretty slow, but whatever. It's fine.
Mine now. Let's begin. I much prefer silver.
Ooh, that could be good. We don't have good magic restoration right now, so that could actually be really helpful.
Seeds.
Alright. That... What I like... One more cast of things. I think... I'm not gonna have enough money to get the, like, the card if it's for sale or the moon dust, but I think we called this good. Alright, any goodies in this room? Doesn't look like it. Oh, that's a lot of palms. But I only have the one more, like, a lot of my boons expire in the next fight, so I want them. I want to have them. Okay, oh. We take that. We take that.
On my authority.
Your casts expand in size until they expire. Ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that... I think we take that. And then, here's the thing. I could still afford to do this, which would be cool, but I want the other two things more. Attacks inflict blitz! Well, you have at least 5, you can't do less than 30 damage. That might be good, because I think my regular attacks are actually kind of weak right now. Take that.
A boon awakened. Moonlight guide us.
Alright, let's go!
I'm I'm home.
Ah, at last. A moment passes, then another, and another. I have names for them in every measure, you know? The very brief ones. The ones that linger.
If you're quite finished, I'll try not to take up more than a few of the very brief ones you mentioned.
I understand the need to cut time down to smaller bits. I do. Hours cut down to minutes. Minutes cut down to seconds. Because the whole of it, my girl, is too much to fathom.
You stay away from her.
Something numbers, lest you forget. Glorious girl. Are as numerous as grains of sand. Now then. To an end. I have more guests I wish for you to meet. Learn your place.
Oh.
Damn it.
Boom! We almost did that without losing a Death Defiance. That was pretty good. I think we could have avoided losing the Death Defiance. I took, like, at the very end, I feel like was not trying to dodge because I knew we had a lot of them. But still, like... Ah, the classic laugh as you die. Yeah, it'll happen.
For my brother.
We stood and or did not stand in correct circles. It's true. It's very true. Let's see. We had a clear time of 37 minutes, which honestly isn't bad because there were like twice there that I was alt-tabbed out for a second because I had like messages early in the run, and I didn't pause the game. So I think at least 5 minutes of that was just idle, like doing nothing. As per usual, we did the most damage with our casts because I use the casts a lot, especially until I can afford. I need more more mana goo, not the mana, the like grasp, I think is what it's called. We need more grasp so we can unlock that really silly combo one, the lots of damage combo one. I can't afford to do it without giving up my cast damage, and I like my cast damage. So, yeah, pretty good. As per usual, we took the most damage from Kronos, and then second most from a Satyr Hoplite, I assume mini boss. I don't know what the skull next to it means. Yeah, not a bad run. Look at all of these cards that we had active. That's so funny. Oh, these bubbles must be the ones that I don't normally, like, have turned on. Every 5 location. No, I have that turned on. The Wayward Compass. No, it's 12. It's this. Oh, that's the center. 13. This is Eternity. Huh. I wonder what it means that they have the little bubble on them. I don't know what that means. Oh, maybe it's that they're maxed out. I think those are ones that I've maxed in my Arcana area. Okay. 2 fear. Not great, but that's okay. That was all we needed with this weapon. Yeah, give me your bits. We need the bits of him.
He's gone for now.
We stole his bits. I think it'd be really funny. So one of the things they did was they made it so you could dash over slightly longer gaps. And I feel like it would be very funny if that incidentally let you dash somewhere you weren't supposed to now.
So numerous are the travails of dread Millennium that one can scarce begin to fathom them. But on some evening, fathom them we shall.
Return to Shadow now.
Boom. Alright.
Adequate.
I think I'm actually gonna call that there. Need to get to bed. That was a good run.
Out late again, huh?
I need to go find a snack, and then I need to probably get ready for bed. Ooh, what do we get?
So...
Master of the Heavens. That's all. We've gotten all of the Zeus boons.
The heavens themselves abide you.
Mistress of the Flame. All of the Hestia boons. Boom.
Fiercely loyal is the goddess of the hearth.
We are 1 away from all of the Apollo boons. Critical miss. Oh, that is interesting. Like, does this count the, I don't know if these count the duos. Probably not. I need to probably take Apollo stuff more. I don't like most of Apollo's, like, offerings. But I need to take him more, because that's probably how I get... Oh, I bet it's Apollo's Legendary that I'm missing. Because I don't, like, go out of my way to get up a bunch of Apollo stuff. Apollo stuff doesn't, like, add heavy damage, though, to my attacks. You see my problem? It's okay.
Our princess.
Must be an incantation that can help.
We could make the power to pause and reflect. We could. I might make this summon historic travails real quick and go look at that. Because we got enough.
Great Mother Gaia, listen to my heart's desire.
So it shall be.
Welcome, O learned sage.
So let's start that. You give me that nectar. Oh, we have enough for a nightmare too. Boom, nightmare. All right. What you got?
What does my history reveal?
Oh, that's cool. So that was our 77th run. Alright. Outcome prevailed. Prevailed. Oh, does purple mean prevailed? Yes, it does. Prevailed. Okay, so the first victory that we had at all, there's our first Eris victory, it was run 42. And then another surface one. And then Underworld. Does it say what you died from if you died? No, it just says where. Let's say, because I think some of these were to the doing the like trial things at some point. Oh, there's our first Underworld victory. So run 61 was our first Underworld victory. That's not terrible. This is way worse. I did significantly worse in this than I did in regular Hades. Regular Hades, my first run that was a victory, is much sooner. But that's okay. I feel like in base Hades, there was a lot of ways you could just really get absurd builds that carried you without needing to, like, do anything. Which I don't really feel like happens in this one. But that's probably a good thing. Like in Hades 1, you could just get a build, like a bunch of Poseidon, and then somebody else. Like, there's a lot of people that comboed with it, but just get a build that was all just dash constantly, and then you just happen to kill everything around you. It was very good. Oh, we can see the Arcana. Heat. Didn't start using heat until... I guess we started using it literally after... Yeah, we have our first victory in the Underworld. And then heat. And like this one I think doesn't have heat because this was a trial. Yeah, that's the worst one. Very cool.
Good show that time.
Ready to come out?
So I've noticed, with how they changed the thing, we've seen some spirits, but we have not seen any pickaxe spots.
Take all the time you
We
need.
did two runs today, and we didn't get a single, not even a single pickaxe spot. So that's, I mean, that's okay. I just, I was wondering exactly how it was gonna work. I was kind of expecting us to get a pickaxe spot, but that's okay. Alright. I'm not even gonna... What?
last, you are prepared, young one.
What the shit?
Commander, what is that?
Oh my god! Oh my god, that's what's over there.
Oh.
May we converse?
Skelly? Skelamius?
Your myriad accomplishments thus far are nothing in comparison to that which you now stand to gain, young one. Eternal glory can be yours if you but prove your worth.
Skelamius?
The patterns on that drapery. The secret gifts of the Veil, bestowed on Knight's most dedicated servants. Commander, what are they doing here? Shades are never to look upon them.
Well, let's just say the rules have lately changed. Those gifts, as you refer to them, are yours to earn, provided you can do the stuff the Oath of the Unseen would ask of you, which, as you probably surmised, shall be no simple feat.
Perhaps a test merely of greed and arrogance. To overextend with the Oath may put my task in jeopardy.
Come on, don't be such a baby.
That's so funny.
I mustn't look.
Cease messing with that thing. Watch out with those, will ya?
Wait, does Skelly want to go fishing? Excuse me? Hold on. Hold on. Wait a moment. Wait just one moment. Okay. Well, I mean... It doesn't say he wants to go fishing, but it's letting me offer him this. What? Let's just see the dialogues.
Commander, we've restored our fishing pier. Would you mind joining me there, given all your nautical experience?
My days amongst the fishes are long gone, young one. And besides, my place is here. Right in this particular spot. No thanks.
I knew he would say no. But...
Right in this particular spot. Wonder why our, like, we, like, give this lighting effect that is really strong where these couple of shades are, but it doesn't seem to affect these shades. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go back over here just to save the game again. Boom.
I'm fine,
Game save.
really.
Alright. Let's see. Probably gonna raid over to Colette, because I know she's also doing Hades, but we'll see. Is anyone else doing things? Loading, loading. Oh, Oat! Oat is doing leap. Oh, Mekir is doing Ghost Runner 2. I can't watch Ghost Runner 2 because I haven't played it yet. I really want to go watch that because I want to see what it's like. Ghost Runner is a great game. If you have never played Ghost Runner, I highly recommend it. Very fun game. I mean, I got into it a bit. But yeah, I got on one level that was hard, and then I was playing other stuff, and then I never came back to it. I tried to play a little bit more when I was bored one night, and could not. I needed to play the game from the beginning to get used to it again. Anyway, we're going to Oat. Alright, yeah. There we go. Anyway, yeah, thanks for hanging out. Probably gonna go back, now that I'm, like, back to work and stuff, and my vacation's over, probably gonna start kind of doing my regular schedule of streams, doing a little bit most nights, and probably gonna start having more variety again. So, have a wonderful evening. Take care. I'm not gonna go to the end screen right yet because Cat Cam's so good. I'll probably go to it after raid's over. I'm being so cute. Roll.